How do you actually step out of being a victim? Hi, if you've just joined, my name is Andrea Merkel, and I talk about conscious co-parenting, healing self-betrayal, and complex trauma. Today I'm going to talk about shifting out of victim consciousness. It's not an easy task, but it's an essential step to healing from something like infidelity. And I think these tools can really help you, even if you haven't been through infidelity, just to change that mindset of something's happening to me to a new perspective of something is just happening for me. So I'm going to read a bit from my book and then we can discuss. It is easy being a victim. It's comfortable. It's familiar. You feel a false sense of control. But it is when you step out of being a victim that you find where your true power lies. Okay. All well and good in theory, but how do you actually shift from being a victim? Here are a few ways. You can start taking ownership of your wants and needs. Don't rely on others to make it happen. Create it yourself. And say no to things you don't want to do. Let go of people pleasing and choose for yourself. Second, get curious about the underlying feelings of your powerlessness you experience. Stop blaming others for how you feel and make changes that will make yourself feel good. You have the power to change your life to what you would like it to be. Third, create boundaries, become reliable, and then hold yourself accountable. Boundaries will help you define your identity, help you take responsibility for your life, and release these painful emotions like anger and resentment. Being reliable and accountable are also necessary in building this empowered identity. If you make a promise to yourself, keep it. And lastly, be kind to yourself. This last one is easier said than done. So I'm going to stop there from reading from the book and then just discuss a little bit more on the tools I use to help shift out of victim consciousness and take this radical self-responsibility look on life, and how these actions and mindset started to change the trajectory of the external world as my internal world shifted. So first of all, really starting to write and journal that these feelings are going on inside of me, and it's not what's happening outside of me that's creating any anger, jealousy, resentment, shame, that those feelings reside in me. And just to get curious and really use a journal as a tool to write down the feelings that are coming up inside. And essentially what I found that really helped me was just being able to feel those difficult feelings with sadness and anger, shame, jealousy, and really this underlying feeling of not being good enough. And then really being in your body in this somatic way of experiencing those feelings and kind of noticing where they land in your body, and then taking the time to breathe through that and let them release. So anytime I had these disturbing emotions come up, I would try to feel that in my body. And if these emotions were as strong as anger and rage, I could use tools like yelling into my pillow or just screaming, hitting my pillow, and then also other movement activities like swimming, running, boxing, anything that can move that energy, because emotions are just energy in motion. And so really we need to feel that and then release it from our body, or else it just gets stored in there. And what I noticed is that when I was going through this infidelity and divorce in the period that had held such strong feelings and emotions, is that these emotions were tied to something that was from long ago, from childhood. And so I needed to connect in my body with that emotion and then release it. It didn't matter if this emotion was from long ago or of today, present time, it was the same emotion. And once I connected to the emotion and felt it and somatically released it from my body, using these tools like the journaling, the hitting the pillow, the screaming, or any of the exercise and physical activity, I started to feel lighter. I started to feel less attached to those emotions. They started to control my life less, myself less, how I spoke, how I was, how I reacted. And that really started to change the external world. And so that's what I mean when I talk about when my internal reality and this work that I was doing inside, it started to shift what was happening in my external reality. And I think this is one of the main and key things to start to do when you come across any kind of type of circumstance, whether it be infidelity, whether it be a conflict with a child, a parent, a colleague, something that isn't seemingly going your way. And that's the difference between victim consciousness and an empowered way of living, is that you aren't saying that something is happening to you. You are the co-creator, you are the author and power of your life. And so you can determine how you're feeling about a situation and move forward from there. Okay, let's stop there for today. And I'll be back again to talk about another topic. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any topics you'd like me to cover. Again, there is a link to my book available on Amazon Indigo, and then I offer a course on conscious co-parenting, which is in the link as well. So you got this. Get a journal, get a pillow, get moving. Okay, see you.